Hi, good evening to you both. Yeah, Pawel Gumienny was granted immunity to testify in this case. He spent all day giving his account of what he says happened in the days, weeks, and months leading up to the disappearance of Fore Dulos, plus what he says happened after the fact.
First of all, are you nervous being here?
Yes.
After getting qualified immunity, Pawel Gumienny opens up for the first time.
Did you consider Mr. Dulos to be a close friend?
No.
He was your boss?
Yes.
Starting in 2016, Gumienny began working full-time for Fotis Dulos at his luxury home building company, Fore Group. He met Fotis' then-girlfriend, Michelle Troconis, shortly after. At first, he says she was friendly. He recalls an interaction with the couple when one of Dulos' dogs got sick. At some point, Jennifer-Dulos, Fotis' estranged wife, came up with this response from Troconis.
She said something like, can you believe that Jennifer won't even let the kids come over and say goodbye to the dog before we put him to sleep?
Tell the jury what the defendant said.
She said she should be buried right next to this dog.
Gumienny taking jurors back to the day Jennifer disappeared. That Friday afternoon, he went to one of Fotis' properties in Farmington to pick up his red Toyota Tacoma. It's the same truck police allege Fotis used in the crime. When Gumienny got to the house, Fotis and Troconis were there.
How did Mr. Dulos react when he saw you?
The way I can say it, look, like surprised for a second or two.
How did the defendant react when she saw you?
About the same way.
And when it came time to take the truck home, at first, Gumienny says the keys were in the door, then they weren't. He says Fotis said Michelle had the keys, and later, when police began their investigation.
He told me not to mention that Michelle had a key.
So you brought up the fact that your key wasn't in the Tacoma and Mr. Dulos told you not to mention that Michelle had the key?
Yes.
In the days following, Gumienny says Fotis got the Toyota Tacoma detailed. Fotis started pressing him about changing the seats or even selling the car.
He told me, go to junkyard, get Tacoma seats or some other seats, pay cash, and I will invoice you for it.
He says Fotis then asked him not to call the seats, but hardware moving forward.
Were you growing nervous or suspicious about Mr. Dulos?
Yes.
Outside the courtroom Tuesday, the Troconis family reading emails of support from the community aloud.
And I hope that, we can continue demonstrating that she has nothing to do with the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos.
Now, Gumienny also testified about the fact that in a month or two leading up to Jennifer's alleged murder, Fotis started showing pictures to a video contractor on his phone of her new Canaan home, asking that contractor if he could identify what he thought were maybe cameras on her house. Now, Gumienny is expected to take the stand once again tomorrow. We're live here in Stamford tonight. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.